Hello, this is Kaylin Huntress, and today I'm going to share with you the most interesting headlines that I found around the internet. And we're going to start with breaking news. This just happened an hour ago. Celsius Network has paused all withdrawals. This is a big deal if you're into decentralized finance or you want to invest cryptocurrency. Being able to not get it back out because a centralized authority says that they're not going to give it is against the ethos of cryptocurrency. And what happened is there's a token known as stETH. It's sort of like Ethereum, but it's not really. And Celsius, after staking on Lido, would issue this Ethereum Lite, and they can trade it for 1 Ethereum for stETH. And for a while it went depegged, which means that you could get this other imaginary token for less than 1 Ethereum. At the time of this Reddit post, it was 0.94. So if you want to do arbitrage, you could just go and spin a flywheel, and people who have lots of capital can do that, and then it decreases the amount that Celsius is collateralized. And so Celsius was in danger of liquidating their entire vault. And so they stopped withdrawals. This is going to be a big scandal. I'm going to follow this week to see how it goes. Other headlines have been really positive this week. Checkout.com said that they're going to accept and allow payments in USDC, in a cryptocurrency stablecoin. And so that's great big news, because a lot of people who can use existing payment processors to take and send cryptocurrency is going to greatly accelerate adoption, which the market's ready for. There was a report by Deloitte that came out that said within 24 months, 75% of retailers are probably going to be accepting crypto. Not just because of these plans like with checkout.com, making it easy for people to send and take payment in stable coins is definitely going to help things move forward. But businesses are ready for it. They know that this is the future. PayPal recently said, okay, you can now do crypto transactions to external wallets. They've allowed you to use cryptocurrency in existing PayPal accounts for a while, but you could only send it to and from other PayPal accounts, which really limited its utility. You couldn't take crypto into your PayPal account and then send it to an external wallet elsewhere to use it elsewhere. But now PayPal has just said that they're finally going to allow members of their platform to be able to do this. Currently available to select US users, the feature will be extended to eligible US customers in the coming weeks. So as that rolls out, I'll be sure and keep a close eye on that. Now, the reason why big companies are moving slowly on this is because it's fraught with fraud. When you start getting into large amounts of money movement, then you start getting really scrutinized by the SEC and by all these regulatory agencies. And those mechanisms help prevent things like insider trading of NFTs. This is the first case that I know of where insider trading of NFTs has brought charges. He was the former executive of OpenSea here. He was head of product, Nate Chastain, and the OpenSea is an NFT marketplace where you can go and buy and sell NFTs. And I don't know a lot about the NFT. How should I put this? The auction world. It's a lot like the high art world. And there's insider trading and inflation of assets that happen that get scrutiny from regulators. And so now that this scrutiny is happening, I think that we're going to start seeing a regulatory framework being sketched out that's going to help protect regular investors and also discourage malfeasance, like the kind that Kwon did. It turns out that Kwon, the founder of LUNA, Terra Luna project, and the UST debacle that happened a few weeks ago, turns out that before that happened, Kwon had cashed out $80 million per month before the collapse. So it's not looking good. He's under investigation in South Korea. They're bringing up charges against him because he, and from the United States Securities and Exchange Commission, because it's not looking good. It's looking like what happened here was intentional, and that it could have defrauded lots of investors out of their wealth. South Korea also made the news for investing big into the metaverse. They invested 223 billion won, which is the equivalent of 177 million USD, into various metaverse projects. So they're really funding the movement in the metaverse. But you know what's not being funded is any sort of regulation on gun control. And it's a whole bunch of CEOs just penned an open letter to the Senate. They didn't say what to do. They said do something. The CEOs of these companies, which employ workers in all 50 states, and it has 50% more signatories than it did the last time they sent this letter in 2019, is asking for some sort of action on gun control, because it's becoming it's really hampering the United States economy and reputation. The fact that people keep getting shot out of the blue all over the place by well-regulated militias. Oh, wait a minute. No, those armed shooters, they're not well-regulated militias. It seems like the Constitution might have something to say about something else. They still need to work that out. So to wrap this up, I asked Midjourney to look at some of the headlines and make some art. And this is AI-generated art using the headline that we just saw: CEOs call on Senate to pass gun legislation. And it gave 4 different images. And I find this really interesting that now we can ask an AI program like about a grand jury indicting somebody for NFT fraud, or asking about PayPal enabling crypto. These were just done in moments. I typed in a headline about South Korea bets big on the metaverse, and this is just a first draft. We could probably work with the program more to get some really interesting artificially intelligent generated art. And I think we're going to be seeing a lot more of this in the near future. So that's everything for the headlines this week. I look forward to seeing you next week. Have fun out there.